Hello. We're reading Army Brats and we're on chapter 5. The morning had been fine, but the moment of truth was here. It was lunch, and Charlotte was about to walk into the cafeteria alone. She took a deep breath as she entered the small buffet area, then instantly regretted it because the room reeked of overcooked broccoli and greasy burgers, a scent so strong it made her eyes water. Based on that, Charlotte decided to skip the hot lunch line and head over to the sandwich area instead. She debated between turkey and ham, but in the end went with cheese and tomato, which would be the easiest on her queasy stomach. She set the cellophane wrapper aside on her tray, then went to the cooler stocked with drinks. She was poking her head in to see if they had any grapefruit juice when a girl came up next to her and reached for a bottle of seltzer. "I love your nails," the girl said. She had a warm Southern drawl, and Charlotte recognized her from both her English and math classes. She was the kind of girl who sparkled a little, radiating confidence. The kind of girl the others crowded around and tried to imitate. The kind of girl who never noticed someone like Charlotte. Charlotte looked down at her nails, which were painted a minty blue with perfect silver polka dots dancing across them, and smiled shyly. "Thanks," she said. "I'm Sophia, and you're Charlotte, right?" the girl asked as she headed for the registers to pay. Charlotte followed, surprised Sophia had remembered her name. "Yeah, my family just moved here last week," Charlotte said. She fumbled for her lunch card. "Well, welcome," Sophia said, setting her tray on the table by the register and running her fingers through her thick chestnut hair so that her glittery earrings shimmered. Charlotte noticed that she was wearing bronze eyeshadow that made her big brown eyes luminous. "And seriously, your nails are fabulous. Where did you get them done?" "I did them myself," she said. She wished she had worn glittery earrings instead of the tiny heart studs she put in that morning. "No way!" Sophia grabbed Charlotte's hand to take a closer look. Charlotte felt her cheeks warm with pleasure. "Yeah, it's kind of a hobby," she said. "Or a gift," Sophia said, dropping Charlotte's hand and picking up her tray. "Come sit with me and my friend and tell us your tricks." Okay," Charlotte said, not quite sure how this had happened so easily, because now she was not walking alone across the cafeteria, humiliated and scared. Instead, she was strolling with Sophia, possibly the most popular girl in the class based on the way everyone was greeting her. To sit at her table with her friend, it almost seemed too good to be true. Sophia led Charlotte to a table that was clearly one of the best, next to a window with a good view of the rest of the large room. Instead of long tables and benches, Fort Patrick Middle School had small square and rectangular formica tables with seats attached. Charlotte's sneakers squeaked lightly on the floor. The smell here was even worse than in the buffet line. It was as though old gym socks had added to the mix. But Charlotte didn't care about any of that, not when she was being ushered into a seat by Sophia. "Charlotte, meet Mari," Sophia said, settling in her chair across from her. "Hi, Mari." "Hi," Mari said with a friendly smile. Charlotte knew from homeroom that her full name was Mariposa, the Spanish word for butterfly. It fit it fit delicate Mary's delicate it fit delicate Mary perfectly with her long black hair and big brown eyes. "Welcome to the base," Mari said, spearing some lettuce in her salad. "Where was your family last posted?" Again, Charlotte felt the comfort of being with kids who got Army life. "Pennsylvania," she said, "and Vermont before that. But this is our first time living on post." "Oh, you'll like it," Sophia said. She had a salad too, and was drizzling a packet of dressing over it. "You can go shopping without having to wait for your parents to drive you to the mall." Since all three grades ate lunch at the same time, the room rang with voices and laughter, so Charlotte had to lean in to hear her. "The PX has everything," Mari affirmed. "Don't bother buying makeup, though," Sophia said darkly. "Mr. Ramirez told her there's no makeup in school," Mari said, giving Sophia's arm a sympathetic squeeze. "Not even lip gloss," Sophia said with a sigh. "My mom doesn't let me wear makeup," Charlotte said, unwrapping her sandwich, the cellophane crinkling. "Mine either," Mari said, rolling her eyes. "She still thinks I'm 7. I have to sneak it out of the house in my purse and put it on outside." "Once she forgot to wash it off before going home," Sophia said, shaking her head. "That was a bad day." I bet, Charlotte said. Not that she'd ever snuck out wearing makeup. When your mom was military intelligence, you didn't try to sneak anything. But then something occurred to her. Wait, is nail polish okay? Sophia perked up at that. Yes, that's okay, Mari. Check out Charlotte's nails. They're incredible. Charlotte's cheeks warmed pleasantly as she set down her sandwich and held out her hands for Mari to inspect. Oh, I love that shade of blue, Mari said, grabbing one of Charlotte's hands to take a closer look. And those dots are darling. I did stripes on mine. She held out a hand with purple and black striped nails. The stripes were a bit crooked, and Mari frowned at them. They're nowhere near as good as yours, though. What's your secret? Charlotte grinned. A bobby pin. Brilliant, Sophia proclaimed. The way she said it made Charlotte feel as though she had accomplished something important. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Mari, a girl said. Charlotte recognized her from science class, though she wasn't sure what her name was. She had shaggy blonde hair that she tucked behind one ear as she looked eagerly at Sophia and then at the one empty chair at their table. Hi, Sophia said, her voice frosting over slightly as she casually moved her tray so that it blocked the spot. How's it going? The girl took a step back. Good. How was your summer? Nice, thanks, Sophia said. Maybe we'll see you in class this afternoon. Great, the girl said. She held her smile, though the corners of her mouth sagged the littlest bit. See you. Give me a break, Sophia said, rolling her eyes as the girl headed off toward the empty seats where Charlotte had imagined she'd be sitting, the ones near the garbage cans. Mari was shaking her head. I can't believe she thought she could sit with us. She turned to Charlotte. That's Jen Sebastian, and she has the worst breath ever. Charlotte couldn't help snickering at that, though she instantly felt bad. And don't get stuck working with her in a small group. She just chats the whole time and never does any of the work. Charlotte knew that talking about people behind their backs wasn't nice. Mom dismissed gossip as small minded and cruel. Well, Dad said it was important to remember that one offhand comment could really hurt someone's feelings. But this felt different. First of all, if Jen had bad breath, it was a fact, so that shouldn't count as gossip. And second of all, getting advice on who to work with in class was an important part of getting good grades. And good grades mattered in the Bailey family. Plus, it wasn't like Jen heard them or knew they were talking about her. She was all the way across the room at the table by the garbage cans, now chatting with two other girls, no doubt completely happy and oblivious that anyone was saying anything about her. So Charlotte figured it was what Dad called a no harm, no foul situation. And that meant it was okay that she laughed and that she'd probably avoid Jen Sebastian altogether. After all, she wanted to do well at middle school. So, what are your other manicure tricks? Sophia asked, smiling at Charlotte like she was the most interesting person in the room. Charlotte smiled back and leaned forward, ready to talk nails and unable to believe her luck. And that's the end of chapter 5. This book is getting good. I hope you're enjoying it as well. See you for chapter 6.